favourite things. All right, what about this one? Do you think it's safe or unsafe? Can you see mum or dad around? Oh, so that's the only other reason why we might be able to make this a little bit safer, right? As you can see, they're not standing too close to the fire because it gets pretty hot. All right, and here they're all standing around it. They've got some water if they need it, some rocks around them as well. All right, one more. You ready? What about this one? Does that look safe or unsafe? Unsafe. Good girl. Why do you think it's unsafe? Good girl. All right, and it doesn't have to just be mummy and daddy. It might be grandma and grandpa. It might be auntie and uncle. All right, just an adult, older brother or sister that's a lot older than you guys. All right, but just someone around. All right, in the room. And should he be playing with the fire? No, that's very dangerous, isn't it? All right. Whereas this one, see the difference? All right, we've got mum and dad sitting in there too. We've got a special cage around the fire. All right, so that no one touches it and gets too hot, because you don't want to burn yourself, because fire gets pretty hot, doesn't it? You guys okay? One more, okay, quick. We're doing so well. Who loves barbecues? Me! Yeah, they are a pretty good fire, aren't they? Are they pretty safe most of the time? Yeah, most of the time they are. Who are we missing? Who should be there? Doing the cooking. Who is doing the cooking at the moment? Yeah, little Tom's doing the cooking. I don't think Tom's ready to do the cooking yet. He's just too small like you guys. So you've got to wait till someone else cooks the food for you. In which case, here it is, some beautiful sausages. Give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourselves a clap. Outstanding work, you guys. Outstanding work. Can everyone just stand up for a second? Okay, turn around on the spot. Turn around on the spot. Turn around on the spot. Okay, stand on one foot. Stand on one foot. Stand on the other foot. Put your arms up above your head. Okay, now sit back down to the bottoms. Just making sure you're awake. Just making sure you guys are awake. Are you awake? What's that number again? I forgot. 000. Good girl. Alright. Now, hopefully this never happens. But, if you guys ever did have a fire in your house, we spoke about what number you needed to call. Okay, but what do you think you might do if you were to have a fire in your house? What do you think? Yep. Okay, so yeah, we need to call that number. Alright, but what might be the first thing? Alright, if you have a fire in your house, something might sound really loud that lets you know that there is a fire. So what do you think that might be?
A fire alarm.
Oh, who said fire alarm? Good girl. Alright, which is one of these. Alright, now every room, okay, here, so see above you guys? That's the same thing. So, if there is a fire in your house, so if someone burns the toast, alright, or if for whatever reason there's any smoke in your house, alright, one of these goes off and it makes a really loud noise. Alright, and then if you hear that, you know that there might be a fire, alright, and then you need to try and get outside as quick as you can to a safe place. Alright, now what do you think might be a safe place near your house, or outside your house? If you had to have a fire and you had to go outside, could be maybe backyard, yeah. What about if you went to the front yard and you went to something like your letterbox? That's a pretty safe place. Alright, you go there.
What about you can drive to the beach?
Well, I like your way of thinking, yeah. Have you got your license? Can you drive? Not yet. Not yet. So maybe, alright, that might be a safe place to go to your letterbox. Alright, so imagine you guys are at home sleeping at bed tonight. Alright? And then this is going to sound pretty loud, so block your ears. Alright, but imagine you hear this going off. So block your ears. Ready? It's pretty loud, huh? Alright, so you hear that going off. The first thing I want you guys to do, alright, is at home, if you hear this at home, is to try and wake mum and dad up, alright, or your older brother or sister, or whoever you guys live with, auntie and uncles, grandma, grandpa, alright, make some noise and tell them, alright, that you might have a fire. Alright, because if you hear that noise, that's what it might mean. Okay, and then, once you yell out to them, we need you to go and find a safe place, which as I said, might be out the front by your letterbox. Okay, and that's when you might get someone and you need to call 000. Alright, does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you think that if you've got your favourite...
If there's a fire at your lounge room, you can't get your phone.
Well, a good boy, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. So sometimes, yeah, you might be able to get your phone, in which case you could use your neighbour's phone, couldn't you? Alright, so the main thing is fire gets really hot and smoke is something that you don't want to breathe in. It doesn't have to just be fire. Smoke is no good for us to breathe in, so you want to try and get outside as quick as you can. So let everyone know in the house, make a lot of noise, alright, and then you've got to try and get out as quick as you can to that safe place. Alright, is everyone good?
Yeah.
You happy? Alright. Now, we're going to teach you guys a couple of things which you may already know. Alright? So, what we do if there is a fire, alright, is we have smoke and we want to try and get down as low as we can on the ground to try and get underneath that smoke. Alright? And also we can see a little bit better. Can you hear that radio going on? That's how they talk to us on the radio if there's a call come through. Alright, so what we're going to do is practice this. We're going to get down low and go, go, go. Alright, so not yet, but when you guys hear the smoke alarm go off, alright, you're going to imagine that there's a fire over the back here. Alright, and you've got to try and get out of this room, alright, as quickly as you can by getting down low, alright, and going to your closest exit or door to get outside of this room. So which door do you think we might go to? We'll go to that one? Okay, we'll practice to that one, okay? Alright, so we're going to do this. When you hear the smoke alarm, we're going to get down low on our hands and knees as low as we can, and we're going to go like this. Everyone over to the door. You think you can do that? Alright, you ready? What's that? I think you can too, buddy. We'll be all over this. Alright, you ready? It's going to be a bit loud with your ears.
No.
So when you hear this, time. There we go, get down low, and we crawl over to the door. Over we go. Good job, you guys. Come on, let's go right over the door. Good job. Give yourself a round of applause. Okay, back over to that. Sorry, buddy, a bit loud.
This way.
I've got a Lone Ranger. I've got a Lone Ranger. A rebel. Okay. Great job, you guys. So we call that get down low and go, go, go. Can you say that with me? Get down low and go, go, go. What's that number that you call again? And what are you going to tell them? That you have a fire in your house. Very good girl. Excellent. Alright, we've got one more to teach you guys because you are so clever, you guys. I think you might be able to practice this one with me as well. They are very beautiful gloves. I do like those gloves. Thank you very much. Alright, now this one is called stop, drop, cover and roll. It's hard to remember, I know, but we'll help you through it. Now, hopefully this never happens to you guys. Alright, but if, alright, by some freakish chance that your clothes ever caught fire, alright, which we hope never ever happens, alright, we teach you this rather than running around going crazy, because what happens then is the fire will actually make it a bit hotter. Alright, so what we want you to do is this, alright, so if your clothes ever catch fire, we want you to stop where you are, drop to the ground, cover your face like this, and roll around as much as you can. Okay? So I'll go through it one more time. Alright, so here we are. My sleeve's going to catch fire here. Oh, what do? I stop. What's the next one? Drop. What's the next one? Cover and roll. You guys are great. Can you practice that? Alright, everyone stand up. Go spread it out over here. Spread it out. Get some room. Get some room. Do some dancing. Do some dancing. Okay. Now your sleeves caught fire. What are you going to do? You're going to stop. Drop. Next one. Cover. Cover your face. Roll. Good job, you guys. Round of applause. Take it out. Take it out. Thank you very much. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. Take a step.
I do not like
What don't you like?
I do not like it.
It's fun.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone got any questions? Anyone got any questions for us? Yes?
It's just like when you're watering the plants.
With the hose?
Yeah.
No, it is a little bit like watering plants, and we'll show you guys when we go outside because we've got different kinds of hoses. So different fires, we use different hoses. For a really big fire, we've got a big fat hose, and then for a small fire, we've got a hose that's just like a little garden hose. Alright? So one more thing I just want to tell you guys, alright, which as I said, I hope this never happens, but you know, you've got to help us out when we go into a fire. Alright? So, alright, what happens is basically if your fire alarm goes off, now everyone should have one of these at home. Sometimes you don't, so I want you guys to go home and ask, alright, mum or dad or whoever you guys live with at home, whether you've got a smoke alarm that works, it's got a battery in it. Alright, because if you're at home sleeping at night, it does work? That's good. That's good. It's very important that it goes off so that it gives us time to get there and try and help you guys out. In which case, hopefully you're outside already waiting for us. Now the other thing was... Yeah, we will. We'll make some noise when we arrive to let you guys know we're there. So the other thing was, just quickly, if you did have a fire, do you think it's important to go and get your teddy bear or your favourite PlayStation game or your favourite toy? What's more important for you guys if there is a fire? Good girl. Alright, so you want to try and get outside as quick as you can because all that stuff we can replace.
Maybe if there's a fire you could hide under your bed.
Well, we don't want to hide under the bed because we want to try and get outside as quick as we can. That's why as soon as you hear that noise, that alarm go off, you want to try and get outside. Let everyone know inside, and you go out together. Go out together as a family. Alright, now, if for whatever reason you guys were still inside, this is when we will come inside and try and find you. And Gus is going to get dressed up. Now, I heard that you guys are very brave. Yeah. Well, fire is pretty hot, right? So see what we're wearing, see what Jason, our boss, is wearing at the moment. He can't wear that into a fire, right, because that'll get too hot. So that's when Gus puts on his special pants like this. His funny over trousers. Puts his straps up and over so that his pants don't fall down. I don't want his pants to fall down. Alright, now he's got a special hood. This is like a race car driver. Have you ever seen race car drivers? They wear one like this for the same reason. If they ever have a fire in their cars, so that there's no skin. So you have a look, when he finishes here, we're not going to be able to see any skin. So he still looks the same, doesn't he? He's just putting more and more clothes on. Alright, so he's got his jacket. What's he got to do with his jacket? Zip it up. What's he got hanging off his chest there? What's the big yellow thing? What's that called? Torch. Yeah, it's very hard to see in the smoke. Very hard. That's why you guys have got to get out as quick as you can, because otherwise it's very hard to see in the smoke.
And then they can also like, and then they see if there's any toys in the fire.
They do. Alright, so you guys, this looks like a big scuba. You know what scuba divers are when they go under the water with their air sets so that they can breathe underwater? That's what this is like. But we're not going underwater. We're going into your house. And because there's yucky smoke that we don't want to breathe in, that's why Gus is putting on his air set or his backpack here. So in here there's lots of clean air that we can breathe in. Alright, so he puts all his gear on. So now we can only see skin where? On his face and his hands, right? Alright, so you guys, you're not going to be scared when he puts his mask on, are you?
No.
Because it's still Gus. Look at him. Look at that beautiful face. He's going to sound a bit different, but you don't need to be scared about it. So here he is. You'll hear it in a minute. Ready? Ah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? So now he's not breathing the air we're breathing. He's breathing air in through here. It goes through the tube. And then it goes into his breath. Alright, now, can you see his skin? See how he's covering all his skin up? Because fires are so hot. Alright, that's why we want you guys to get out as quick as you can with your family so that you're not in there in that heat and yucky smoke. Now, there's one thing missing. Who can pick it? What's he missing? Oh, where's the skin? Gloves. Have you got any gloves, Gus?
Yep.
He's okay, it's still Gus.
Yeah.
So guys, this is why we do this. This is why we dress up, because, alright, when we come into your house, this is what we're going to be like. Alright, this is what we'll be dressed like and talking like as opposed to me now. If you see us on the street, this is what we'll be doing. We'll be coming to the house just to be Gus. Alright, and he's going to be trying to talk to you guys and yelling out to see whether you're inside. And if you're inside, you know how you said you might hide under your bed? Do we ever want to hide under our bed or in the cupboard? No. Yeah, we've got to get out. But if you do freak out and you do that, you've got to make as much noise as you can, because Gus is going to be yelling out. You listen to him.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Is anyone here? Hello?
And you guys, you've got to be louder. Alright, you say, yes, I'm over here. You bash whatever you can. Alright, if you're next to your cupboard, you bash your cupboard, bash the floor.